Remove the contents of the box and set aside the parts included. Make sure to get your axle bar and motors that are packed in the box. Locate the two suspension spring boxes and place them into the slots at the bottom rear of the car. Make sure the two axle bar holes are facing each other from the side. Place 4 screws in the 4 slots on each suspension spring box. Screw them in with the Phillips screwdriver. Take the axle bar that was located in the box and slide it all the way through both suspension spring boxes. Place the motors on each side of the axle rod and guide the wires through the holes on each side. Take a wheel and while clicking on the Mercedes logo located on the outside center, slide it over the axle bar, making sure the gear on the back sits flush with the motor gear. Do the same for the other side. Locate the front steering mechanism and separate the metal rod from it. Using the provided tool, remove the washer and nut on each side of the front steering mechanism. Slide the steering mechanism into the two holes on the front center of the car body while making sure the steering rod goes through the designated hole in the middle. Guide the screws that come out from the other side through the holes on the metal rod. Top each side off with the washer followed by a nut. Tighten the nut on each side using the provided tool. Take another wheel and install it onto the front axle bar by clicking the Mercedes logo at the front center while sliding it onto the bar. Do the same for the other side. Remove the pre-installed screws on the bottom of the ride-on car. Place the included exhaust tips into the slot and reinstall the screws with your Phillips screwdriver. Do the same for the other side. Now flip the car over for the remainder of the steps. Locate the steering wheel and remove the pre-installed screws and the nut located on the other side. Next, take the wire coming out of the steering wheel and plug it into the wire coming out of the car's dashboard. Guide any excess wire into the steering wheel or dashboard and be careful to not pinch or snap the wires when installing the wheel. Firmly press the steering wheel to make sure it's in all the way. Install the screw from the side of the steering wheel that is circular and place the nut into the side that's cut out in the same shape. Tighten the screw all the way through to the nut using a Phillips screwdriver. Locate the wires that you inserted through the holes earlier when you installed the motors. Then locate the wires from the control board labeled L and R for left and right. Plug the wire labeled L into the motor on the driver's side of the ride-on car. Plug the R wire to the motor located on the passenger side. Next, plug in the red wire from the battery of the car to the red wire from the small fuse box. At the rear of the car, remove the 2 pre-installed screws. Locate the rear top piece of the car and align it onto the rear body, making sure all tabs go in. Give it a firm push until you hear a click to lock it in place. Next, take the wheel cover and place it over the plastic strip you previously removed the 2 screws from. Align the holes on the wheel cover and reinstall the 2 screws to hold it in place. Locate your windshield and push it into its place. Apply moderate pressure until you hear the tabs click. Remove the 2 pre-installed screws in the seating area. Locate your seat components and align the tabs on the bottom and top to lock them in place. Place the rear hooks into the 2 plastic holes on the rear of the car body. Push the seat into place to align it with the screw holes. Then reinstall the 2 screws you previously removed. Take the mirrors and click them into place on each side. Press the red power button on the dash and your ride-on car should start up. For remote control pairing instructions, please refer to our other videos.